And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another weekend edition of the WardiTV Monday number 14. Number 14, your weekly dose of open StarCraft. I'm of course ZvT. With me, I'm joined by these amazing players, by the people in the chat, by my plushies as well. Welcome, one and all. Again, shout out to Wardi, of course, for hosting this event every single week. And we have our first match. We have our first series, !B in the chat. If you guys want to have a look at the bracket yourselves, the bracket is massive, the bracket is stacked. We are here in the round of 32, and we have a first match of the night. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of El Dorado, we have the German Zerg player. We have the red Zerg representing Shopify Rebellion. It is Lambo. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the South Korean Terran player, the blue Terran representing Team Hyper 1. It is HonMonO. Here we go. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is, Pappy. It is time to get your gamba going. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will take the series. Best of luck. Best of luck in the chat as the predictions do open up. Apologies, just an option issue there, but there we go. So predictions are open. Place your bets while you can, as I believe this is the first time both HonMonO and Lambo are facing. They often do avoid each other. Lambo rarely plays in these open tournaments that are not region focused in the European region. Likewise, HonMonO as well does often not play in the European Open Cups. But now Lambo, the break is over. The break is over. He is back. He is competing in more events, and we'll see how he compares to HonMonO. Let's go. I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. We do have our initial hatch pool opener, going for a delayed gas, going for a third hatchery instead. Bold's move here. So Lambo, he's opening gasless. He's going for a gasless opener here. We have seen this become more and more common on El Dorado. Now, the reason why you see more gasless openers here, at least at the highest level of play, is because technically this expansion here is almost like a pocket base. It can be quite difficult for the Terran player to really abuse this expansion early on in the game. Later on, when it comes to drop play, sure, 100%. Drop play, Banshees, sure, they can harass this expansion, but Hellions, they have a harder time. Hellions, they have a much harder time here as HonMonO is playing one base. Oh my god. We're in a really precarious situation here where Lambo now realizes that the expansion's missing. There is no base, there is no natural. Back at home, Lambo, he was opening up greedily here. Spine crawlers on the way. No gas means no ling speed, no roaches, no banelings. Double spine crawler on the way. Might even see a third spine crawler as well. He does cancel though, trying to figure out what's going on. Goes in for a further scout, gets eyes on the 1-1-1. Oh my god. Crazy. Basically, Lambo, he was afraid there was a proxy. He was afraid there was a proxy out on the map. It was a bit of a misread here from Lambo. At least he confirmed that the production was further back in the main, that there was at least a factory. This feels like potentially a setup for Hellions, but there was no add-on swap. Like a Hellbat push, rushing into a starport like this could be a BC based opener instead. This is crazy, this is wild. Again, one base all in at HonMonO, and Lambo cut corners. He did cut corners, so Lambo, he's not in the best position. He has queen production, that is true, but he won't be able to counterattack anytime soon. And HonMonO, he's going for the BC. Fusion core is on the way into an add-on swap into BC production, going to be opening up with some drop play, then followed by that battle cruiser. Now the initial overlord did go down. Link Scout is going to be denied, and Lambo, he has no idea what's going on. He has no idea what is going on here further back in the main. He has an idea. He at least is somewhat aware of the potential 1-1-1. BC, I'm sure, is in the back of his mind. It could be, again, Hellion drop, Hellbat push. It could be Banshees as well. There's a lot of potential for what it could be, and Lambo still has to piece it all together. Back at home, is playing it safe, has at least made a handful of queens. He's going to have 4 queens. 4 queens for the time being, drop moving out across the map, and HonMonO, he will soon come across the third base. Let's go. Whew. Here we go. Starter stepping forward, does catch another overlord. Widowmine will drop, covering this ramp, and the expansion's under fire. Can HonMonO kill the base? Can he kill the queens? Yo, any queen that goes down is going to be that much better here for HonMonO. Mine shot is going to go up. Ooh, does target the queen. Queen does survive though. Queen barely does survive. HonMonO dropping into the main. Lings are keeping up. Remember, Link speed just began. Link speed is heavily delayed because of the gasless opener. So far, HonMonO dropping, shaving off some Lings. Pulling back, Lambo happily droning up, but here come those BCs that are on the horizon here. Lambo's not fully aware. Thankfully, Lambo is making a good queen count. His queen count is looking quite healthy. 5, soon to be 6 queens for Lambo. Pretty good count. As long as Lambo maintains that queen count, as long as he spreads creep between his bases, he should be okay. Should be okay. So we do see HonMonO. He is going to be cornered. Behind this first BC, teleports across the into the main. And the main base is exposed. First queen going to be targeted down. The boys are being pulled away. Is there a transfuse? Oh, there is not. No transfuse. One queen goes down. Going to be a second queen falling. Clutch transfuse towards the end. Do we have another transfuse? We do. Second transfuse. Transfuse pops off. Widowmite gets targeted down. Up. Oh my god. As HonMonO, he does pull away, dropping off here at the third. Catching a third overlord. Medvac does boost back. And the BC is deflected. I say that. He wants the queen. Oh no! He gets it! Another queen goes down. Another queen does fall. The spores, they can hold their own. They do hold the line here at the third base. BC's forced back. We have a second BC in production. Yamato's almost done as well. Behind this, we do see, I mean, I would imagine we're headed towards Cyclone production. Reactors on the way for a Hellion production even, regardless. Mech on the horizon for HonMonO. HonMonO expanding on the low ground, taking his natural. Third CC is almost done. Lambo still looking solid, though. He has taken some losses, don't get me wrong. It's been 2 queens. 2 queens have already gone down, and 3 overlords. But this could have been worse. This could have been so much worse, and Lambo, so far, is maintaining himself. And he has 2 transfuse. Yamato going to be going up. Gets a queen. Yamato, sorry, BC pulls back. He goes to the mules to does repair with the mules. Second BC arrives. Meanwhile, Lambo, he's across map with Mass Ling. And he may be able to overwhelm that natural. May be able to. There's going to be one more Yamato available. Yamato goes up. He gets another queen. But there are, I believe, soon to be 3 transfuses. Speaking of BC taking a lot of hits, oh my god, sustaining a lot of damage, does pull away in time. BCs, they hold, sorry, the queens, they hold their own. And the battle cruisers are forced back. They are forced back. Lambo, he holds. Whew. He does hold on. He survives. Behind this, more factories, more Hellions. Lambo now commits to the counterattack, but now there are 2 Hellions. Now there are 2 Hellions, HonMonO should be fine. Yeah. Should be perfectly fine. He defends his natural. He's looking to stabilize. And now the game will settle down. Whew, okay, the game will settle down from here. HonMonO, he's on a 2-base economy. His third base is already done. He's making 3 SCVs at a time. Lambo, he's on his own 3-base economy, getting a 4th base at the gold. No gases at the gold base. Unfortunately, Spire just now has begun. So until the Spire really comes online, the BCs, they can wreak havoc. They can still gain value. They can still harass across the map at picking off queen after queen with the Yamatos. And we're coming in with a Hellion drop. What's at the third? Lings. Lings are somewhat in position. Now HonMonO, he spots the Lings, he backs off. If Lambo was active here with all of his Lings, I should emphasize, then he would have been in trouble. A nice positional play here from Lambo. BC into the main. Oh, cancels the Spire! Very nicely done. Scan revealed the Spire location. Spore is targeted down. There are 3 Yamatos available. Yamato's gonna be popping up. They get 2 more queens. BC taking a lot of hits. A 3rd queen does go down. And can we pick up more queens? HonMonO, he's tempted. Going for the spore. He gets a spore. The queens are low. And remember, no corruptors. No corruptors on the way. Another queen goes down. HonMonO is getting value at the same time. Bailey busts here across the map, but there are Hellions in position. And the Hellion shots, they should be enough. Bailey's going to be waddling in. They get cleaned up. But BC's across the map, they still hold their own. HonMonO defends. And Lambo losing another queen, down to 5. 5 queens left. BCs are getting low. More queens popping out just in time, and Lambo holds. And what's important, even though Lambo is losing a lot of queens and he's losing a lot of Lings and Banelings, he doesn't lose drones. The drone count is still very healthy for Lambo. He's on 75 workers, sorry, 71 workers, 70 even. So his economy is still looking very solid. The BCs have gained value, but they haven't done economic damage. And the Spire, I believe, is now done. Yeah, the Spire is now done. Corruptors are on the way. BCs are racing back home. Heli run by here towards the north. Do we have any Lings to defend? 28 Lings. But they're at the 3rd base. Not quite at the natural drones. No! Drones, they do rally over. It's going to be 6 workers going down, up to 7. Yeah, good positioning here with the Hellions. They will be cleaned up, but they get 9 workers. And they, of course, confirm the Spire is done. Behind this, HonMonO is transitioning into Hellion. Cyclone Battle Mech is much more viable nowadays. For those of you that maybe have not been too active on the ladder this season, the Cyclone has been reverted to a previous form, and now Battle Mech is a little more commonplace nowadays. I don't know if I want to say common, but we see it more often than we did last time. Last season, I should emphasize. Last patch. So we've seen a bit of a rise of battle mech when it comes to players like HonMonO, Gumiho, Ryung. And it is building up once again. Getting into Immaculate Accelerators, Blue Flame, more Hellions, more Cyclones. Behind this, HonMonO's economy is looking comparable to that of Lambo, if not greater than that of Lambo. HonMonO, he may be down in SCVs, but he has mules. The mules, they make up for that. So, again, HonMonO, he has, I would say, a slightly better economy, as he's getting his goal base up and running as well. So 4 CC versus 4 Hatchery. 5th base on the way for Lambo. Lambo, he is down in bases. He does need another expansion. He's trying to get it up and running. What is lacking for HonMonO right now is his army. Because he's been so heavily reliant on these BCs, that did hinder his own Cyclone production, but now he's making 3 Cyclones at a time. Corruptors are scouted, Hellions, they bust into mid-run, Blue Flame is done! They get 1 drone. Just the 1 worker. Nice kiting here by HonMonO. Does pull away. And HonMonO, he's getting ready here for his main push. He is lacking Hellions, though. It's very Cyclone heavy. Cyclones can be good, but again, you do need that support here to protect them against those Lings. The Rush get knocked down. That will deny any kind of surround. That also blocks off the Hatchery. Does isolate it. HonMonO, he can rotate, he can knock it down. Likewise, BCs, they rotate towards the northern expansion, and we have spores on the way, but I don't think they're going to be done in time. There's going to be 1 spore. Sorry, that's even a spine crawler. Okay, spores are repositioning. They are rotating. Elliot Cyclone pushing in, threatening the army. Lambo is maxed out. He has potential. BCs are revealed, Corruptors, they respond. And BCs, they will deny an expansion. It's going to be a cancel. Corruptors, they dive in. Where's the teleport? Oh, 1 BC goes down. Now HonMonO a little bit late there on the teleport. This does cut back. Maestro goes off on the Lings, not on the Baylings. Yeah, Baylings, they survive, and this is where the Hellions were required. Nice kiting though here by HonMonO. Oh, Baylings, they do crash in though. They shut down most of those Cyclones. Cyclones go down. Another BC as well. And that was a good enough trade. That was a good enough trade for Lambo. Just bullying the army back with his Baylings. And again, there just weren't enough Hellions. There weren't enough Hellions to support the Cyclones. They couldn't target down the Baylings. And Lambo, he's done it. He has broken at the back here of HonMonO. Likewise, HonMonO, no planetary. No planetary at the 3rd, no planetary at the 4th, only orbital. So Ling Bane just breaks through. Biles connect. And Lambo looks like he has done it here. Has broken the back. We do see a couple of Cyclones kiting well against these Lings, but Bailey's a crash in. 40 SCVs go down. Oh my god. 40 SCV kills. Brutal damage. And with that, Lambo, he can back off for now to consolidate his forces, but he's done enough. He has done enough. He's traded well enough here against the army. Even in the follow-up, sniping more Cyclones. These are all better trades for Lambo. Catching up the reinforcing Hellions. And Lambo, he will soon overwhelm. HonMonO getting just forced back into his main. 3rd base is overrun, 4th base is overrun. Bailey's on the way as well. GG gets called, and Lambo takes game number 1. Whew. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. Lambo, he will take a lead in the series, but a shout out to HonMonO for again having a very quirky build. Very quirky. Came in with almost a 1-base all-in opener with a 1-1-1 into BC. Did do well trading with the Queens, transitioned into Battle Mech as well. He was able to hold his own. Lambo was the first to max out, but Lambo had a more inefficient army. But that first major attack, that first dive across the map was punished so hard by the mass bailing. Again, HonMonO was kind of lacking that support. Now we're getting into game number 2. Whew. And Lambo, he does have a lead in the series, and he needs one more, uno más, to advance on. To advance on into round 16. We'll see if he can pull it off. We'll see if HonMonO can bounce back. Let's go. Let us go. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of King's Cove, we have the German Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Shopify Rebellion. It is Lambo. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Blue Terran, representing Team Hyper 1. It is HonMonO. And this time, he's moving out across the map. We have not just one, we have two SVs moving out, and HonMonO does have a very unique build where he goes proxy to, I think he goes up to 3 Raxes, not Marine, but proxy Reaper instead. Gases are on the way, is looking like proxy Reaper here out of HonMonO. Proxy Reaper is very niche. It's a very niche build in this matchup. It isn't often seen. It can be quite difficult overwhelming queens early on, and Lambo, pull first. Wise choice. Lambo, I mean, HonMonO has a reputation, even though Lambo has not played against HonMonO before in competitions and tournaments. I'm sure he has heard and even watched HonMonO, as HonMonO is a very active player. So to open up pool first here makes plenty of sense. Does mean early lings and early queens, early defense for Lambo. His gases are going to be delayed. It's going to be pool hatch, and he may even delay his gases even further, similar to the last game. With delayed, there we go. Thankfully, not too much longer. So pool into hatch into gas is going to be later gas, but not as late as last game. So link speed is going to be on the horizon, and there is 3 Rax Reaper. As we mentioned, 3 Rax's Mass Reaper here from HonMonO. We'll see if Lambo can maintain himself. So link speed is going to be later here for Lambo. So because of that, HonMonO should not lose these Reapers. There's a lot of micro potential. There's going to be a lot of micro potential here for HonMonO against slow links and queens. We'll see what he can get done. We'll see what he can pull off. Lings, they move out across the map. SvT gets spotted. SvT gets spotted. Reaper does dip in. I believe was revealed here to the army. Lambo, he races back home. He was moving out across the map. And Lambo is now somewhat aware of what's happening. Yeah, moving out towards the 3rd location. Does move out. Reapers, they dip in towards the main. Bunker in between the bases, and they're going for the Queen. Queen taking a lot of hits already. But Lings, they do race back. Ooh, 1 Reaper goes down. That should not have happened. SvT goes down as well. And Lambo, he's defended. Lambo, he's held his takes down both SvTs. The bunker will not finish. The Queen is low, but the bunker should never complete. Should never complete at this point. There's a cancel. 2nd Queen has arrived. And as the Queen count gets higher, Lambo is that much more secure. It's just forcing HonMonO down to the low ground. More Lings are amassing. Spine Crawlers on the way for Lambo. Reapers, they try to poke in. Oh, they threaten the Queens. And,
Game pause.
As hopefully everything's okay. Oh, looks like we are experiencing a little bit of lag here. So hopefully everything's okay. As we calm things down a little bit here, Lambo, he's again looking quite secure for himself. He is losing queens, bear that in mind, and that might have prompted the lag, but his Spine Crawler is done in the main. How many queens does he have left? 2 queens, slow lings. This queen is actually going to go down, and if this queen falls, HonMonO, he can actually snipe this final queen here towards the south. I don't think he can break the main base, but here we go. Okay, settling in. HonMonO, he wants the queen. Does want the queen. Break out of the pause. Spine Crawler's repositioning. Queen is low. He wants it. He wants the queen. Up. A little bit more. He's so close. Spine Crawler does reposition. More Reapers are amassing. Does isolate the low ground queen instead. But there is going to be a transfuse. Goes up the ramp. Snipes a queen. He gets 1. And he gets the 2nd queen as well. Gets both. But again, with that Spine Crawler, he has to respect the main. So he has to pull back. Does pull away. Ling speed still on the horizon. Almost done. More Lings being chased down. Queen with their intercept takes down a Reaper. Takes down 2 Reapers. Oof. Down to 3. Only 3 Reapers left. And HonMonO is on a timer. When Ling speed finishes, I mean, Lambo can chase him down. Speaking of, Ling speed is done. Ling speed does finish up. GG gets called as HonMonO will lose all of his Reapers, and Lambo will take game number 2 in the series 2-0. Whew. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played, Lambo. He will survive the aggression. It was a shaky defense, and he did lose a lot of queens, but he maintained his economy, maintained his bases as well, and of course, his win condition was link speed. That was his win condition. Just survive until link speed. Once it finished, he survived, won the game. GG. GG, well played. Lambo will claim the series, will advance on into the next round, and the question becomes, who's up next? Who is up next? Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys wish to have a look at the back of yourself.